and just letting y'all know here's the man from the myth, right? Let's separate the man from the myth. Techniques. I had to use my credit cards. I had to, do IOUs with people that came and worked with me. I'd say, hey, look, I can pay you half of what you're worth now, and then the other half I can pay you over the next year. Are you cool with that? And they were cool with that because we always paid our debts. Everybody we owed money to, we always paid them. And so, in fact,
I'm going to bring it up. Last time I seen you, you was in a pretty viral video when you made a commentary about Dr. Umar Johnson, and I haven't really seen you since then. So, what's been going on since then?
Yeah, so that video definitely got a lot of heat from that video. But in terms of what have I been up to, I've created, or I already had my business at the time, Management 24. So the website for it is m24talent.com, but the actual name of the business is Management 24, and it's a talent management, copywriting, and marketing consultant firm. So launched that. Business is great, fortunately. And then also in 2015, I co-founded the Black Wealth Bootcamp with Dr. Boyce Watkins. So that's pretty much what I've been up to, and it's still just serving my community as always. Love my people. So, but that's about it.
Serious, because I'm sure at least some of you are wondering, what the heck does this latest Boyce Watkins rant have to do with Maria Lloyd's lawsuit and Boyce Watkins facing a $10 million default judgment? Hang on. Richard's lawsuit against Boyce Watkins, $10 million lawsuit. Someone had mistakenly wrote in a message that the lawsuit is only for $1 million. It is not. What you need to do is go to the face sheet of the docket, and that always has the updated information. Maria Lloyd or Maria Richard filed an initial claim, and I believe she requested $1 million, but that amount has been modified. The face sheet of Maria Richard / Maria Lloyd's lawsuit, $9,999,000, which is $10 million. I've already posted a video on that, but I wanted to make sure we are clear. Now, this video is going to focus on the status of Mika Brown's lawsuit. Mika Brown filed a $8,000 lawsuit against Boyce Watkins in Cook County Court in Illinois.
By jumping in and just letting y'all know here's the man from the myth, right? Let's separate the man from the myth.
Queens out there, we're going to talk that talk. We're going to talk that talk with the rapping professor. I am Dr. Aaron Smith, and today the spell has been broken. The Oprah spell has been broken. But before I get started, I wouldn't feel like I was doing my job as a rapping professor before giving you some bars. I used to pray to speak like this, to peace like this, and Zinga and Martin, queens and kings like this. In the back of a paddy wagon, cuffs was on my wrist, thinking, man, my ancestors had it worse than this. When our dreams take hold, nightmares are through. It's time to marry our destiny, now say I do. Far as freedom, you gotta see it with a clear eye view, so the ancestors could bless you like you said, hot shoe. But you gotta read, let that breathe. Before they come for me, I'm getting deep. Never let them fear get in between intended targets. Literally finish what you started. They love you deaf, dumb, and blind, but they hate it when you get smarter. I went and got it regardless. Vision it like an artist. When the struggle gets hard.
Where's Yurima Karama? I haven't seen him. I think Yurima's a very talented rapper. And I used to work with Yurima. Things didn't quite work out. But Yurima is cool. He's a good dude in the sense of like, sometimes you work with people and sometimes things don't work out. I'll just say that. And most of the time with people where it doesn't work out, I just don't say anything. You just move on. You work with 1,000 people.
One another. The vote, that's not going to help us. Hillary's not going to help us. And he said something that I've been thinking. He said he doesn't even know if Hillary's going to make it to the end of the month. Because her health, something is going on. But and then there was a report with this Dr. Omalu. If you've been on YouTube, I do a lot of news stuff on Dr. Boyce's channel on YouTube. So if you're not checking that out, check that out. I do short news clips and stuff. But there's a doctor, this Dr. Omalu, who actually was the same doctor who did diagnose.
I'm here with my very good friend, Miss Shaquita Graham. How you doing today, Shaquita?
I'm doing well, Dr. Boyce. Thanks for having me. How are you?
Oh, I am doing extremely well. Extremely well. I'm always, every day we always, we go. I'm here with my homegirl, Miss Shaquita Graham, and Shaquita brought to my attention this interesting story where Howard University has been invited to set up a campus at the Googleplex, which is
If you do not know, where we get it in around here and talk about a lot of important issues. But we have a special guest tonight, you guys. And some of you already know who he is, right? But this is one of our very first kings to the network. And so me and him are going to have a conversation tonight, right? You know, Mr. Special, he out in Hollywood and shit, everybody. So we're going to talk to him about Hollywood, right? We want to talk about Jesse. Paris or Yvette would even put ourselves in a victim category, because I ain't never been a victim in this motherfucker. You might think you're going to do something, but I'm getting my ass up. I don't stay victim for very long, right? So I don't know that, but you're right. I mean, and she's been talking about the stuff he did from far back. I mean, at some point, some things are rumors, but the true shit always rise to the top. And if you keep hearing the same story over and over again, and it just keeps getting worse.
Is that two people I think about in particular are Yvette Carnell and Paris Milan. Those are probably the two of the most toxic human beings I've ever met. And what I notice is I'll be watching the internet and I'll notice is that people pick up on that. There are people that'll say things and I'll be like, yeah, they have it right on the head. They're seeing what I'm seeing, and it's hard because when you're a man, people assume men are always the bad guy. The man, the powerful man, must have been the predator. And so, Paris used that. She uses this whole persona of, oh, I was a sweet little innocent victim and he took advantage of me. Oh, he tried to hit on me. Actually, I really think that she was interested in dating me. And I don't do that stuff. I'm not into no Me Too situations. I'm not trying to get into that. So I've always dated very carefully. I've dated, but I date very carefully. And ain't no way I'm gonna fuck up my whole shit over no 24-year-old girl just because she got some big bubble lips and thinks she's cute. Like, you gotta be deeper than that. You gotta be.
There has been some hypocritical things going on from Boyce's end. Now, I don't know if you guys saw the video that he did where he interviewed Damon Dash. And when he interviewed Damon Dash, they basically were talking about the money that Lee Daniels owes Damon Dash, the $2 million. And when I saw that video, I'm sitting here like, what? Like, here it is that my first payment on the network, it took him over a month to send me, and it was only for $75. And then the second payment for $105, I had to go through 3 different people to get my money. And after I was asking for my money, Boyce had this attitude and was throwing in my face, implying this whole, you have a problem with black men because your father wasn't in your life, this whole thing. And I'm like, but how do you look as a wealthy millionaire having Damon Dash on your channel talking about somebody that owes him $2 million while you still owe me $105 and I have to beg and plead for my money and I have to walk on eggshells to ask for my money?
Why? I think maybe it's like our collective mental illness as black people. We have a crabs in a barrel thing going on. And so there's people out there like that, this Paris Milan lady that I worked with, and Paris is so interesting. She literally built her entire YouTube channel attacking me. Just, Dr. Boyce is a fraud. And it was the funniest thing.